You finally sit down to rest. Nothing urgent, nothing pending. And yet, instead of relief, something feels wrong. A quiet pressure, a sense that you shouldn't be here, that you're wasting time, that you should be doing something, anything. Even rest starts to feel uncomfortable. And the strange part is, you know you're tired. You know you've been pushing yourself, but the moment you stop, your mind doesn't relax. It starts negotiating. Just 5 more minutes, just one more task, just something to justify the rest later. And if you don't give in, guilt takes over. Most people think this means you're lazy or disciplined or addicted to productivity, but that explanation is shallow, because this guilt isn't coming from rest. It's coming from what rest means to your nervous system. For many of us, rest was never modeled as safe. Growing up, you were praised for effort, for staying busy, for pushing through. Stillness wasn't rewarded, output was. So your brain learned a rule. Movement equals safety, rest equals risk. And that rule didn't disappear when you grew up. Your nervous system still believes that stopping is dangerous, that slowing down means falling behind, that rest invites judgment, even when no one is watching. That's why your body stops, but your mind doesn't. There's also something biological happening. When you stay busy, your brain stays stimulated. Checklists, progress, notifications. Dopamine keeps flowing. But when you rest, that stimulation drops, and instead of calm, your brain feels withdrawal. So it pushes you back into motion, not because rest is bad, but because stillness removes what your brain depends on. That's why scrolling feels easier than resting. At least scrolling gives your brain something to hold on to. But here's the reframe. Guilt during rest does not mean you don't deserve it. It means your system never learned how to downshift. You were trained to perform, not to recover. And recovery is not passive, it's a skill. When you rest and feel uncomfortable, that discomfort isn't failure, it's recalibration. Your nervous system learning that nothing bad happens when you stop, that your worth doesn't disappear when output pauses. At first, this feels unsafe, almost wrong, but that's because you're breaking an old association. You're teaching your system that rest is not a threat, it's maintenance. One small shift changes everything. Stop treating rest as something you earn after productivity. Start treating it as something that supports productivity, not a reward, a requirement. You don't recharge a battery because it performed well. You recharge it so it can function at all. When you rest without justification, something subtle happens. The guilt doesn't disappear instantly, but it softens, and slowly your brain stops sounding the alarm every time you slow down. So if rest feels heavy, don't fight it, don't judge it, just notice it. Let your system learn that stillness is allowed. You're not lazy for needing rest, you're not broken for feeling guilty,